because it was neither in existence nor non-existent. Shiva emerged as Rudra, the fiery god of rage, armed with his hunters' bows and arrows, to take revenge upon Prajapati, the lord of procreation, for having released his seed on virgin earth. You see, Prajapati, the creator, had violated the timeless void of Shiva by setting in motion the generative act, the act that was to continue in the endless cycle of birth and death, age after age. Facing panels of the cave walls illustrate the complementary character of Shiva. Compassion with retribution, life with death. And Shiva as Nataraja is a lord of dancers. His dance, a metaphor for the cycle of creation and dissolution, measures the rhythms of the cosmos, while his right foot pins the dwarf of unconsciousness to the earth. His left is raised in a gesture of freedom, indicating the whole universe.
एकासन्तु चतुर्भुजो त्रिनयनो वामे तु दुस्तूरगम् चन्द्रो पत्रशिखि प्रसारितकरम् ऊर्ध्वो पदं कूजितं सवे स्वस्तिकमण्डलं धमरुकम् गङ्गाजटे बिभ्रतौ वन्दे 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 कीर्णजटानटेशः आयुषं आपस्मारदेः स्थितौ
We are at Mahabalipuram on the east coast of the southern state of Tamil Nadu. Located on the shoreline is a 7th century temple, which is valued as one of the most precious architectural achievements of India. There were several more, but sadly they have been eroded and swallowed by the sea. This temple has also suffered erosion. Once its 4 sides contained ornamental friezes of heavenly figures. They were planned as channels for radiating in all directions the divine energy emanating from Lord Shiva. His functions as creator, preserver, and destroyer are personified by 3 separate deities, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. There are a number of stories about the origin of Shiva. One of them tells us that the creator, Brahma, unable to give form to human beings, was in a desperate state when out of his forehead emerged Shiva, who assumed the responsibility of creating the perfect man. But surprisingly, he severed his genitals from his body. When his lingam fell to the ground, it drilled through the earth and the netherworld, and the other end pierced through the cosmos like a column of flame, an all-pervading symbolism. Similar to Shiva, his consort Parvati has many a form, each with a specific name. Here, she is Simhabahini, the lion rider. And here she is Mahishamardini, emerging out of the collective energy of the gods angered by their defeat at the hands of the buffalo demon. She is Prakriti, cosmic energy, just as Shiva is Purusha, all-pervading spirit.
वसिष्ठ कुंभोद्भव गौतमादि मुनीन्द्र देवाचितशेखराय चन्द्रार्क वैश्वानरलोचनाय तस्मै वकाराय नमः शिवाय।
This temple at Kanchipuram is a storehouse of facts and living myths. Pilgrims from all over India crowd into this temple to pay their homage to Shiva. As is customary, they bathe in the temple tank before entering the inner shrines. It is commonly believed that it was here that Parvati spent long years of austerity, meditating on Shiva until finally she won him. In its innermost shrine, this temple contains the Prithvi Lingam, the lingam that represents the earth. It is carefully protected by the priests for the visiting devotees alone. For some, worship at the Prithvi Lingam may lead to an experience of Shiva's cosmic character. For others, it will be a religious ritual, a formal acknowledgement. Believe it or not, this mango tree is traditionally accepted to be 3,500 years old. Nevertheless, during the hot weather, this has the distinction of producing 4 different types of mangoes. This tree perhaps is as old as the Rig Veda, which speaks of the emergence of Shiva at the beginning of time. Shiva is the lord of this mango tree, and the temple is named after him. Mythology tells us that Parvati spent long years of austerity meditating on Shiva till she found him as her consort. But here in Kanchipuram, Parvati is said to have assumed the name Kamakshi, the eyes of Kama, the lord of love. Had it not been for Kama, Shiva, the ascetic god, might still have been without his feminine counterpart.
संकट भीवन विषम सरों को कुसुम युद्ध के अस्त्र समझ कर उस पर नयना नल बरसा कर दिव्य पाशुपत का प्रयोग कर
संगड़ तक तक देवी तक जनु संगड़ तक तक देवी रे संगड़ तक तक देवी तक संगड़ तक तक देवी रे साम तक जनु साम तक जनु साम तक जनु तक देवी रे कल में उपजाए करोड़ कर शिव पीर लिखे हित पढ़ता कर कल में हजार कर मार मार संगड़ पदर तड़ी गुदा गदा तदिम दा तदिम तद तदिम दिम 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 दा का दिम तद तद दान 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 दान
अजर अमर सुंदर धर सुरचिर सुखसेन मधु को पाकर इधर उधर सर्वत्र विचर कर पहुँचे कांचीपुर गुंबद नगर पहुँचे कांचीपुर गुंबद नगर और वहाँ पर कामपीठ पर बैठेगा माखी को बाकर सोचा शिव ने वही उमा है वही रूप देखा सुमनोहर कामाक्षी के पास पहुँचे कामानल को शांत बनाने
This temple in Chidambaram is the shrine of Shiva as Nataraja the Lord of Dancers. Deep within its sanctum, he stands, poised in bronze, with the vividness and vitality of a living dancer. There are many expressions of the dancing Shiva, but most of them are classified into two broad heads: Lasya, the gentle, and Thandav, the fierce. In the evening light, Shiva dances to the music of the gods and to the rhythms of the cosmos. For Parvati, he dances love. On the battlefield and in the cremation ground, he dances dissolution. With Parvati, he is gentle, playful. On the battlefield, he is fierce. And in the cremation ground, horrifying. More than any other figure in the Indian iconography, Shiva enjoys the highest representation visually. Beginning from the beautiful sculptured form of the linga, Shiva in each image is a visual expression of a myth. Whether it is painted, cast in bronze, or sculpted in stone, it represents a wide variety in iconography. There is a story attached to every attribute: the trident, the snake, the skull in his crown, the earrings, and the vehicle, the bull. The expressions in iconography, when rendered in dance, are called abhinaya and mudra. They provide a language which the dancer uses to refer to the many aspects of Shiva's character without resorting to miming. A knowledge of these gestures is vital for understanding the diverse manifestations of Shiva, since Indian classical dance is a highly organized art form. There are 108 karanas. Karanas, a combination of hand gestures, footsteps, and body movements, are basic postures of Indian classical dance. Like syllables in a word, the karanas, when placed in relevant order, make each movement meaningful to the extent of evolving a theme.
నవరసుందులొలుక మోము చిరునవ్వు ముద్దుకులుక నవరసుందులొలుక మోము చిరునవ్వు ముద్దుకులుక శృంగారం 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 अद्भुत रसो अद्भुत रसो अद्भुत रसो अद्भुत रसो अद्भुत रसो अद्भुत रसो हास्यो 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 भयो 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 Bhibhatso, 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 Bhibhatso. Raudro, 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 Raudro. Santo, 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 Santo.
Contemporary scientific theory no longer views fundamental particles as pieces of inert matter and the vacuum as an empty void, but as seats of energy and incessant activity involving multiple acts of creation and annihilation. This is reminiscent of Shunya, the zero, introduced as an empty circle by the early Indian mathematicians. It's a symbol of the cosmos, empty but vast, nothing in itself, yet a whole. From the earliest times, man has speculated on his connection with the cosmos. The stars and planets, with their apparently irregular and unpredictable movements, were associated with gods. In India, the constellation of Orion was associated with Rudra, the fiery god of rage. The appearance of this constellation during the spring and autumn, the two seasons of deadly diseases, might have led to its identification with Rudra, the god of destruction.
analogy to the cosmic dance of Shiva, symbolizing the harmonious coexistence in nature of continuous creations, sustenance and dissolution of an endless multitude of recurrent aesthetic forms, is inescapable.
జడగగిరి కన్యకలు శ్రీగంట చూడ అంబస భాషని కొనియాడ జడగగిరి కన్యకలు శ్రీగంట చూడ అంబస భాషని కొనియాడ జడగగిరి కన్యకలు శ్రీగంట చూడ అంబస భాషని కొనియాడ చూడ చూడ వేడుకగా చంద్ర చూడుండు మూడు కన్నులవాడు చూడ చూడ వేడుకగా చంద్ర చూడుండు మూడు కన్నులవాడు జడగగిరి కన్యకలు శ్రీగంట చూడ అంబస భాషని కొనియాడ చూడ చూడ వేడుకగా చంద్ర చూడుండు మూడు కన్నులవాడు నుండు తాటంక కుండల విదు చేకిట వెలుగాడ చెవుల నుండు తాటంక కుండల విదు చేకిట వెలుగాడ చెవుల నుండు తాటంక కుండల విదు చేకిట వెలుగాడ జాలవి యువతీయుతమైన జడకట్టు బుట్టిడిగే అతియాడ యువతీయుతమైన జడకట్టు బుట్టిడిగే అతియాడ నవరసంగులుగా మోము చిరునవ్వు ముద్దుగులుగా నవరసంగులుగా మోము చిరునవ్వు ముద్దుగులుగా దిగువనాన చితరుడే వెలయుని కురారుడు నడుము దిగువనాన చితరుడే వెలయుని కురారుడు నడుము తాంతగన తల్లి తగు దిక్కు నాకు తగిట తగిట తగ